Warning, the following broadcast of the Bin It Together podcast starring two of the five more uneducated members of the mediocre chart racing pop rock band Massive Wagons may contain swearing. We apologise if it causes offence. All opinions are our own.
Bin It Together.
Right, here we go.
We're rolling.
We are rolling on episode, I can't remember what it is now, but the weeks are just flying by. And I want to say
8.
I want to say 7. No, I think you're right. I think it's 8.
Get in
wow,
the bin.
8 weeks. Wow, and we kept it up. Wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
8 weeks of Bin It Together, the podcast where we aim to, well, we don't aim to, it just generally does.
We're not nasty about it.
We trigger you by taking a suggestion either from the members of the public or our own personal gripes or close friends of ours' personal gripes.
Let me tell you.
And basically have a good old moan about it and ultimately decide whether or not it needs to go in the bin.
In the bin.
In the bin.
In the bin. The bin's looking, it's reasonably empty at the moment, but, you know, we're hoping to fill it up.
Yeah, well, we do try to temper our fire. We try to give
plenty of that.
Give everything a fair shake, and we don't like to just instantly go, yeah, that's going straight in the bin. A couple of things we have done, but we try to give everything a fair shake.
Absolutely. Okay.
So what are we on with this?
Firstly, we're going to go. We've got an old mate of ours who's been in touch, Mr. Farley, Charles Farley.
Ah, Charlie.
Out there, Charlie Farley. It's a good one.
South Wales finest.
Yeah, it's a good one. I like this one. This is good. It's a hot topic. Works Christmas parties.
Yes.
Get in the bin. Next.
Works Christmas parties.
Works Christmas parties.
Has he go into any specifics?
Yep. He's got one or two. He's given us 3 reasons. He's one of the good guys. Number 1, people who don't speak all year decide they're going to be your best mate after 2 pints of shandy.
What experiences have you got of works Christmas parties? Now, knowing your kind of career background,
I'm a miserable twat, so I don't go.
Did you have them much, like back in the day when you had a job?
Back in my day, we used to have them when I was in the Air Force.
I bet they were something.
It was kind of weird in the Air Force because like every weekend it was just a party.
That was
to be honest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was just It wasn't a Christmas party. It was just an excuse for another party in a series of parties. To be honest. Oh, let's have a Saturday party. Everybody down because each of the sections in the RAF, you'd each have your own private bar. So the drivers would have your own little building. You'd have like a spare building, amongst all our buildings, and then somebody would take it upon themselves to put a bar in there and stock it with beer. And then you got the regiment bar or the suppliers bar.
Yeah.
So everybody built a bar somewhere, and then we'd have like MT Hawaiian night, and we'd get One I remember was at Coltishall. We got delivered a ton of sand, and then put sand all over the floor in the bar.
Make it a Hawaiian beach.
And everybody had to come in like a grass skirt or some shit, a Hawaiian shirt. I don't know, that kind of stupid shit. That's what the military's all about, that kind of stupid shit. It's all that shit all the time. But Christmas party, I don't know. I don't remember because I was usually on leave at Christmas, to be honest, in the Air Force. And then I went to work. I never went to them at Thursby's when I drove a wagon, to be honest. Never really went to them. I'm a miserable git. I don't work with these people all week. I don't want to see them. I want to see them on the
that's
lash.
his point, isn't it? That's Charlie's
interest.
point. He's sort of saying that you're sort of thrust into this social engagement where you otherwise wouldn't want to spend with.
They got banned at Thursby's. I seem to remember them. They knocked him on the head because somebody got on a table in a restaurant, whipped his pants down, and shook his genitalia in the boss's wife's face.
Oh my God!
Or something like that. I know who it was as well, but I'm not going to name any names on here. But after that, I think he was like, "Yeah, no more Christmas parties."
Yeah.
There's a couple of other major incidents as well. 40 drunk truck drivers in a pub. It's a recipe for disaster, isn't it?
Yeah, well, specifically about the point.
Also, we digressed a little bit.
No. I don't want to make points because I always do this, and then that's generally something that is going to come up. So
you always end up talking shop, don't you?
You do, yeah.
It's like I don't want to talk about. I don't know these people really.
Well, okay. Well, in my previous job, I actually quite liked them. I didn't mind the works Christmas parties. They were very, very hit and miss. We were a small company. There was about 10 of us. However, they were sometimes used as an opportunity to bring up things that otherwise wouldn't have been brought up.
Oh, now we've had a few drinks.
Yeah, exactly. Now they've had a few drinks, and not the positive things, yeah. And that
the old pint of the old Dutch courage.
You kind of know it. You kind of knew it was coming, and it would get sometimes quite ugly, and
Yeah.
and you could do with that. Once that's happened a couple of times, it puts a new spin.
You're kind of going
puts a
out on
new
the piss
spin
with a
on
bunch of people that you've never been out on the piss with, and you don't ordinarily go on the piss with, so you don't know how anybody's going to be, do you?
Yeah, well,
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
that's it. And then because in my instance it was such a small company, and I got on with all of them every day of the year. Otherwise, but then there was a different dynamic once certain people had a drink. Some people were amazing. Some people were like,
Friendly.
great. I love this. But then there were, a couple. It always,
The work
it always,
stickhead,
it
there's always one of them.
always ended up a certain way, and I think that's more actually just generally booze at work. To be honest,
But
that's
truck drivers, in general, all they do is talk about truck driving.
oh god,
It's
yeah.
awful.
I can imagine.
Oh, have you delivered here? Have you delivered there? What about that guy on that shovel? Oh, aye.
Talking about the
Jesus
A65
Christ, the
and
trouble, yeah,
junctions
that's it.
and
Oh
stuff.
my God, get me out of here right now.
Yeah, you
and the
don't
trouble
need
with truck driving is as well, you don't really work with these people. You get in the morning, you get in your truck and you bugger off all day, so you don't see them.
No.
Don't see them in the morning, and you just might see them for 10 minutes at night.
Did you not talk to them on the old CB?
Old CB radio, 10-4 rubber dick. Occasionally, if you were unfortunate, you'd end up going the same way as one of them. You'd end up embroiled in some shitty, stupid conversation.
In range.
In range, yeah.
Stay in range of them.
Sometimes you'd press the old. Yeah, I'm losing you. I'm losing you.
Yeah, the lines were.
I'm coming off here. I'm coming off of this junction.
Gale Force 8.
Yeah, pull off at the junction, go around the roundabout, then go back on the motorway. And with a bit of luck, we fucked off.
Yeah.
Or if you got a faster wagon than them, you put your foot down and off you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
It depends who it is, really.
What's point number 2? What's Charlie?
Anyway,
got to say
sorry,
for point number 2.
turned into flipping episode of flipping convoy there, didn't it? The boss is there, and you feel a bit obliged to tone it down a bit, but only a bit, mind.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. You're still kind of representing yourself in their eyes as
And also,
professionally.
The trouble as well, I think, with Christmas dues is it's a blowout, and like it's seen as a blowout, and you're not just going out. It's like the Christmas party. There might be loads of money put behind the bar,
Yeah.
and it's an opportunity to sort of just have a big blowout, and bad things can happen, can't they?
Yes. Yeah, it can.
But then you got to go back to work in New Year, aren't you?
Well,
And talk about what happened at the damn Christmas party.
I guess with that one in particular, it depends on your boss, because your boss might be
Yeah.
totally cool, and it's the kind of job you do as well. No one's going to bat an eyelid if one of us gets our willies out and shakes it into us.
Not if you're the boss's wife.
I think we'd find that hilarious, but well, our boss is your missus, so I mean that would mean we'd have to do it in your face. And I think it would just
I'm not
perplex
sure how I
people
feel
more
about
than
that.
anything.
Yeah, I think it'd just be a bit weird.
I think it
wouldn't
would just be it would just sour,
awkward.
It would sour the evening, but
It would-
in a different way.
sour something. Anyway, the next year, number 3, the next year is spent either hearing the works jungle drums talking about the office affair, the passed out apprentice in the corner who then barfed in the car on the way home, etc., etc.
Yeah, but that's the fun bit, innit?
Yeah, maybe that is. If it doesn't involve you,
No.
if it's talking about someone else.
I think these things are always better when there's an event involved. So if you went bowling,
Yeah.
or I don't know, Laser Quest or something like that. I don't know. I'm using if you're still working
Fucking laser quest, right, Grandad?
if you're still working 1996. But you know what I mean? If there's
Quest.
something like we did karting a couple of times,
10-pin bowling,
and is that yeah. Push 8
swing boats,
swing boats.
push heavy.
But you know what I mean? Like, if there's something to a task, an activity.
Yeah, I know,
But
yeah,
whereas
go-karting or something.
if it is just right, let's go down the pub at
Get
10
lashed.
a.m. on a Tuesday,
Yeah.
it's always going to end.
I went on one. I worked at a quarry, and the only one I've ever been on, really. I worked at a quarry and I went on it. And it was cool, but it was just a bit weird. It was just a bit awkward. Like, it's also weird seeing everybody dressed up in their normal clothes. You see what they're really like, don't you? Rather than the scruffy work clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit like
don't
this.
know.
I noticed we're both in trekkie pants today.
Yeah,
Like,
I've just got a couple of scruffy
they're,
bastards. That's why.
it's getting cold, isn't it? Got me comfy.
Get your winter clobber out.
The winter clothes are out.
Anyway, Charlie says he's been banned from his works do.
Doesn't he work in a brewery?
For the
though?
last 10 years, just to say it involved red wine, breaking a table, and my latest wife.
I thought Charlie worked at Tudor.
I don't think he does, no.
Do you know? Don't know why I thought that.
I don't know.
I should really know. I'm sorry, Charlie.
I don't know.
Well, anyway.
I don't really want to know what went on there, to be honest. It sounds a bit sordid.
Yeah, it does sound a bit sordid.
We'll leave it at that.
I don't know. Right, bin. Is it going in the bin? I don't know. I think there's still a place. I think there's still a place for
I think people enjoy them. I don't. I have no interest, absolutely less than no interest in Christmas do's. I don't ever want to go on a Christmas do ever. I just feel like I'm being forced to go to something I don't want to go to, and you just put Christmas at the front of it just to make it sound like it's going to be good.
Yeah, well,
Or like I want to go.
it's an excuse, isn't it?
Christmas do. Roy likes a Christmas
Well,
do, doesn't he?
this
He
is
likes a
it,
Christmas
but
party, doesn't
he thrives on that
he?
kind of.
He only ends up going. From my experience of Alex, he's normally got about 3 or 4 to go to.
They do.
I'm going on such and such's Christmas do, that department and that department.
Yeah, they split it, don't they? Yeah,
Right.
they sort of. I don't know. I think
I think they should go in.
right, positives. It's a day off work generally.
There is that, yeah. It's,
Paid if you've got a decent
There's
company.
generally a free alcohol involved if you've got
Is
a
there?
decent boss.
Oh right. Well, yeah. Well, you know what? I can't. Yeah, the rounds.
The one at the quarry I last worked at, they put like, I don't know, 250 quid behind the bar or something, or put, take-ins were good. Sold a lot of stone. Let's put lads some beer. Then there was a meal as well, like a Christmas meal as well. So I mean, Christmas dinner, free piss up.
Yeah. The
I don't
dinner.
know.
I'd say there you go. The
If
Christmas
you get a
dinner.
Christmas dinner, that's always good, isn't
You
it?
can't. I don't know. It's hard to.
I think it depends where you work and what environment it is.
It does. It does. I think blanket. I don't think we could put this in the bin, to be honest, as a blanket rule.
It's a
because-
sweeping generalisation on Christmas frivolity. I don't think we're in any position to put it in the bin.
No.
To be honest, sorry, Charlie.
It's too broad a subject.
It is. I get your points, and I agree. And I hate them. I don't go on them. And because of that, I probably don't have. I'm not in a position to put them in the bin.
No.
So, sorry, Charlie.
Staying out, Charlie boy.
Sorry,
I'm
mate.
afraid.
That's just how the Christmas pudding crumbles. Say that. I couldn't say it. I couldn't say that with a mouthful of Christmas pudding. I can't read.
What are we going to do for our Christmas party?
Our Christmas party.
We need one. I don't think we
Got a
didn't
fucking
have one.
laser quest now, aren't we?
Yeah. Well,
Laser
last
quest.
year we were on tour. Year before that, it was a COVID fest. And the year before that, we went for a
We
curry.
never have
didn't we?
time to do anything. We
No.
never have time to celebrate anything. Let's have a piss up when we've released the album. Did
Yeah.
you have a piss up? Did you have a piss up? No. Ran out of time. Or it was COVID. We never have time to do anything, do we?
Last Christmas do we had, the band was, we went for an Indian, and it took
we did do it, yeah.
forever.
Oh
Do you not
my
remember
God,
ordering
place
that?
in Lancaster.
It
Jesus.
took about an hour and a half from ordering. I think we might have even pre-ordered before
Yeah,
we
it's
went
rubbish.
because we were allowed.
Place is shut down now. And
Yeah.
Deservedly so.
Yeah, it was crap.
A useless
The
service.
food was all right. I seem to remember.
It was all right. It wasn't like it came out and it was like, yes, that made the wait even better.
No,
It was.
but by that point you're absolutely steaming. So well, I was
Yeah.
anyway, because it was like bring your own tinny type job.
It
So
was, wasn't it?
it's horrible. Sat there like leathered, starving.
Another drink. Another
And then
drink.
you're just like, it's just like you feel like a.
Yeah, I know.
You just think that the people that work there must just look on you with utter disdain.
They should be in the kitchen. Should be looking at everything. Should be cooking our food a bit faster.
Yeah, well,
shouldn't
they
they?
should be. Yeah, there we go.
Useless. Anyway, we're gonna have one from me.
One
Is that
from
all
you.
right? Another
Yeah.
one from me.
I think we're going to do that from now on. I like the way the kind of one from an outsider. I don't mean that in quite as cold as it sounded. Who's not in the band,
An outsider.
and
You
then
lot
one of
there.
ours because we like a good moan. So yeah,
I like a moan. Yeah, I've got loads to moan about.
go on. Then. What have you got?
To be honest, and I don't want to offend anybody. Don't take it personally. This is just purely my opinion. This isn't. I'm not God or anything. Owning a dog.
Oh God, right, right.
I
bloody
know
hell.
everyone. All I heard then was
Owning a dog.
a sharp intake of breath through people's teeth. Dog owners everywhere have just switched off.
Well, right. You own a dog.
Terry owns a dog. He lives in my house.
Terry's Baz's Mrs. partner. If you're wondering.
We do own a dog. I do own a dog. I do take that back. And to be honest, he is about as good a dog as it gets.
He
He does have some.
He's
He is a pain in the neck because
Yeah.
he doesn't stop whining. But
Go on then, dogs.
he's
Wow.
about as friendly as it gets.
Go on,
And
give us your specific reasons because
point number one:
there's a lot to unpack here.
dog shit.
Yeah, you can't. It's unavoidable.
Dog shit. Picking up dog shit. Read it a few times to yourself and it starts to sink in. Picking up dog shit. Picking up dog shit. That's point number one.
Yeah,
Now, for me, that's all the point I need.
Well, I remember this before because I've got a dog as well.
Do
And
you like picking dog shit up?
No, but I don't think about it anymore. Like because I'm kind of like desensitized to that. Teddy's 6 now, so I'm sort of like I've done it enough. You know?
Yeah.
But when I first got the dog, or when I had to like walk my mum's dog or my dad's dog or anything when I was younger.
Maybe we need to get one of them dogs that eats it and we don't have to worry about picking it up.
Oh God.
We covered this topic in an earlier podcast.
I think
for
we
all the
did.
people that missed it.
Yeah, we
Go
did.
back a few episodes.
And it's like, yeah, the thought, even with a bag, what you mean? You'd put the bag on your hand
It's just rank.
and then pick the
I'm one of
dog
them
shit
people. I
up
just go like that. I can't every time.
as it's squishing.
All I think about every time I pick up our dog's dog shit, I just think to myself, the same thought comes into my head. It just goes, "Why am I picking up dog shit? Why am I picking this up? Why am I picking dog shit up? What have I done in my life to deserve this?
Oh, don't poke that.
I am picking
Don't go down
up
that road.
a creature's shit
Yeah.
and putting it in a bag, and like, all right, I have to put it straight. I can put it straight in the bin at home. But even when you're out on a walk, I don't take it for a walk. Terry takes it for a walk. You have to pick it up and carry it around with you.
Swinging
la,
it.
la 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 la. Carrying me bag.
Yeah.
Hello, you bump into somebody you know. Hello, don't mind me bag of dog shit. Big steaming browner in a carrier bag. Stinks. What's that smell? It's just me dog shit. Just been down there, just been out for a walk. Lovely, lovely.
Swinging it round like Fred Astaire.
Mind you, if you see somebody you don't like, then maybe that's a good thing. I mean, it's a good way to get rid of
It
them.
is, yeah. And just when you really break it down, well, I think I have those thoughts just in general. Like Teddy will be sat on my lap or whatever at home, and I'm like, what am I doing? Why is this creature just
Yeah.
in my house?
Yeah.
Like leeching off us. Why?
I'm going to come to that point.
What am I getting?
similar point.
Well, yeah, go on.
Anyway,
Yeah, yeah.
point number 2. The only thing worse than picking up dog shit, not picking up dog shit.
Ah, yes. Yeah,
Not picking up
yeah.
dog shit, that's even worse.
Well, those people are worse than Hitler.
the only thing worse than picking up dog shit is not picking up dog shit. How does that work? If you don't pick it up, you're an absolute scumbag. If you do pick it up, you're actually picking up dog shit.
Yeah.
Just think about those two statements.
I think.
Okay.
I think. Yeah. Well.
You can't win.
Yeah. If you enjoy owning a dog and you're a responsible dog owner, I guess that's.
And you don't mind picking up dog shit.
Then you have to. To be honest, I don't even think about it. I'm generally the dog walker in our house, so but I've kind of come to, maybe not so much in winter, but in summer, I love the fact that it gets me out the house for 40 minutes, an hour, and I've got that kind of excuse to leave the house. Do you know what I mean? And I can't. And Nicola, my missus, who's again, it was her idea to get a dog.
Yeah.
She can't go. Oh, you get to do that. It's like, well, you got the dog.
Yeah.
So
I do get that the company for old people. I do get that, but then again, so's a cat. And I'm not going to go because I could have another whole 3 points on dog owners, but that's not what I'm getting at.
no, you
Dog owners are something entirely different. In fact, that might be another one because that's another dog owners who let the. Anyway, don't get me started.
What's point number 3 anyway?
Barking?
The barking.
The dog can't help it. It's not the dog's fault. Some sad bastard has decided to hold him hostage in his house and force feed him the same dry biscuits every single day till the day he carks it. That would piss me off. But barking pisses me off. It pisses me off. It pisses the neighbours off. Everyone, it pisses off. It's too late to do anything about dogs, but they're an awful invention.
Well, it's
Fish, they're all right. You don't have to pick up fish shit, do you?
well, have you ever had a fish tank?
I've had a fish tank, yeah.
They're fucking. Those things.
They are hard work.
They are hard work.
They are hard work to look after, you're right.
Yeah.
But they don't bark, do they?
No, they don't
And
bark.
you don't
No,
have to
no.
carry around fish shit in a bag. Unless this is some sort of weirdo.
It's
That's
like,
what you like doing.
Yeah, well, I'm sure some people do. Maybe it's like some Chinese.
I could have had another
medicine.
few points. Licking. But I mean, things like that. I mean, that's a bit more specific to dogs. In each dog in particular, like your dog.
It's terrible.
Your dog and my dog, it just...
Terrible lickers.
Fish breath. It's like... His sole purpose in life is to lick and to eat.
Yeah,
There's nothing else. I'm sure there's no emotion there. I don't know. It's like he's not your friend. He just wants food and he just wants to lick your face.
Yes.
Not all dogs are like that.
Well, I don't know.
sure.
I don't know. We're getting into real sort of deep
There's
territory.
going to be some
here,
angry
but-
comments on this.
But I
this
would
thread, this video. I can see.
I would say that people do need to be a little bit more honest with themselves and realise that this dog is there for the food first and foremost.
Feed me.
And it is.
Feed me. Don't care about your company.
And that leads to the affection, and there is a real affection. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
but it starts with the food.
All stems around
starts
food.
with the food.
Of course it does.
Of course it does. Yeah, that's.
I don't see anything in my dog, right? And then as soon as I go in the kitchen and you hear the chinkle chinkle, you hear the drawer go, he's like, "Chick, chick, chick. Hello there, hello best friend.
Yeah,
Oh, here he is.
Yeah.
Here he is, a little scrounger. He wants some food, doesn't he? Yeah, he's not. He don't come to see me.
No. Yeah, they do.
Either he wants a shit.
Don't lie to yourself. You know, it's fine. This it is a transactional relationship. I'll give you food, you give me affection, it makes me feel good. You stop giving them food, they still might give you the affection, but that's kind of even sadder, isn't it? Because it's like
They just want to lick your face. They lick your face. They don't lick your face because they're kissing you. They lick you because they like the taste of the salt on your skin, don't they? I think I read that somewhere. They like the taste.
It might be an affection thing, but
Nah, I don't think it is. I bet if you got your ass out, you'd lick that. Yeah.
Well, try it.
No, thank you.
Look, send a video.
Yeah.
There's certain websites for that kind of
There
thing,
is.
you know.
I don't know. Owning a dog.
But
I don't know.
right. All right. Well, you know,
It's kind of.
it's too heavy. This.
Do you know what? When I started it, I don't think you can put it in the bin.
It sounds more like dog shit. It needs to go in the bin, literally and figuratively, in this podcast.
We'll put dog shit and everything that surrounds it in the bin, but unfortunately that might include dogs.
Yeah, well, they make the dog shit, and it's you know, dogs' diets are like,
Yeah, well that's it.
they're not, you know.
You feed them meat. That's what makes it. Horse shit. It's much less sort of, what's the word?
It's inoffensive.
Inoffensive. That's the word, isn't it?
It's more natural.
Animals in the wild, it's inoffensive.
Yeah, you'd get that on your shoe, and it wouldn't ruin your day. But you get dog shit on your shoe, and that is something.
That's an awful occurrence.
It is. It's terrible.
Yeah, and I don't know, cat shit. Can you bring?
Well, cat shit is exquisitely potent.
Yeah.
It's like
cyanide, isn't it?
it is. Yeah,
You
it's
break
like
it up and everyone's dying.
the smallest amount. You break that
Break
oily,
the seal.
that oily exterior.
Yeah,
and
everyone's going down now.
Fuck! Disgusting story. Do you remember Baxter, my dad's dog?
I do. God rest his soul.
He was
Died
big.
recently,
He
didn't
did. He big,
Labrador,
big.
absolutely fucking crackers he was.
Yeah, it was thick. I don't think they'd mind me saying it. It was absolute solid skull. It was like, I can imagine his skull was about 3 inches thick, and his tiny pea brain occupied a
Like Homer Simpson's brain.
occupied a minuscule centre. Anyway, they got the cats as well. Cleo would. Oh no, is it Lucky? I don't know. One of the cats liked shitting in the litter box upstairs. The only place they'd do it, but they'd have to keep a baby.
Cats, you see?
They'd have to keep a baby gate up
Fucking class.
to stop Baxter running up and eating.
Oh my god.
Eating those little. You know, he'd follow.
Oh, stink. Oh.
He'd follow around like she's like a little sort of like Pez dispenser.
Fucking Pez dispenser.
and he'd I remember catching him doing it, and the image it makes me balk to this day. This kind of like foamy brown shit round his mouth.
God, man.
Looking so pleased with himself, and it's like
I think I might vomit.
I know it is. Sorry to lower the tone, but you know it is an awful thing. And that's I'm not talking about the cat shit. I'm talking about the fact that the dog.
And then when he's polished off his little stink nugget, he'll come and give you a kiss on your face.
Yeah, he would. Yeah.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, he's a good boy.
Oh yeah.
Your breath smells bad. What have you been eating?
God, the cat's.
If only I spoke your language, yeah.
The cat's turds.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Absolutely
Yeah, you know,
disgusting.
when you're dealing with that level
Of depravity.
and in your
No
pet,
shame.
no,
No standards. Depraved.
it's quite
Probably, and I imagine. Well, he will have done. He'll have got great meals. You know, he'll have fed him. I bet your dad fed him handsomely. It's not like he's hungry, is it?
No.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like there isn't anything else going on in the house, is
Why
there?
that? Why that? I know my mum's dog does similar, but with they've got to watch it on a walk.
What are we talking about? This is awful.
Let's put it that way. Anyway, and any form of excretion, not just other dogs, or or not even just animals that walk on 4 legs, but also animals that walk on 2. Has been known to attack those treats you find in the wild. Dogs, they are next level when it comes to eating. All they want to do is eat.
Yeah.
Eat. And
They're sniffing all the time, aren't they?
first and foremost,
There's something in here.
you know, what's the word? Evolutionary. That's kind of it makes sense. They're
What's
the pack.
the thing you said about packs of wolves?
Well, the pack animals.
That they'll drink water and drink it as fast as they can to get as much in the mouth as
Yeah.
they can before someone else before
Yeah.
another animal come.
It's observable. Like if you look at, well, I saw it on a documentary, and I don't do this at home, but they had like it was one of them David Attenborough jobbers, and they have a dog
David Attenborough job.
licking, like drinking water, and they were like filming it in super slow motion, and the mechanics of the tongue,
Yeah.
and it's literally just like scooping shovels of water and splashing it somewhere near its mouth.
Yeah.
You know,
Some might go in.
Some might go in. Most of it just goes around. Whatever. It's to drink as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And then a cat, solitary hunters. It's like a little laser precision. It scoops up just the right amount of water. Nothing's wasted. All goes in the mouth. They take
Yeah.
the time, and it's because dogs, as pack animals, if they've got on I don't know, an oxen or something or whatever they
Fucking oxen.
a bison, I don't know, whatever they do, whatever
Yeah.
they eat in the wild.
Dogs.
It's like they tuck it. They have to tuck in and eat while the getting's
antelope,
good.
maybe.
That is it. Yeah, maybe an antelope. You know, those
Gazelle.
wildebeest things.
A wildebeest.
And or you know, or a pile of human shit. You know, they have to get it. They have to get it down the neck as fast as possible
Some of the bloody...
before another one comes and goes. Oh, what have you got there? Oh, sweet corn.
I'll have some of that. Peanuts.
They have to.
I like them.
That's what they have to do. And dogs are just evolved to just eat as much and as
Savages,
fast as
aren't
possible.
they? Savages.
To the point where they'll be sick. To the
We
point.
just diluted that a little bit with house dogs, haven't we? They're the same animals. It's the
Yeah,
same
exactly,
animals.
yeah.
There's somewhere in the brain that you can't get rid of it all. They're still wild pack animals, aren't they? And they still those instincts are still there.
Yep,
And
absolutely.
you'll never get rid of it. And you have them living in your house, so you
Yeah.
reap what you sow, don't you?
I would still say though, dogs in general can't go in the bin. You know, they are useful for some things. Like those sheep dogs.
Yeah.
Sheepdogs are
You've
useful.
got sheep, of course, haven't you?
Blind
Blind dogs. They're good.
dogs for all blind people, not blind dogs. You know.
Guide dogs. Blind dogs.
Guide dogs, that's the word.
Blind dogs. They're not much good for
They
health.
would be much good for anyone, would they?
Huskies. What's them ones that have the tobacco? Smokers like them, don't they?
Oh, the beagles.
St Bernard.
I thought it was lab beagles.
A lab beagle.
You know, the beagles that they've got in the
They're a
labs.
band, aren't they, from the 50s?
Lab beagle.
She loves you, yeah. Oh. No, it's the St Bernards, isn't it, with the big barrel? Is that rum?
Oh yes, yeah, that's
Is that
it.
rum?
No.
That's not tobacco, isn't it?
I'm
Or was
talking.
that an advert on telly in the 80s?
I'm
I can't
talking
remember.
about the ones that they've like I don't know that I'm sure Lambert and Butler have got in their underground bunkers, puffing away on cigarettes to check that it's.
Fucking what I'm talking about.
We need that, you know. You need them, don't you?
Yeah.
You need the ones that you know. You've got L'Oreal rubbing shampoo in their eyes.
Fucking hell. Oh dear, we're gonna have all sorts of flipping people that
I'm only joking. We you know. You don't need them, but you know.
We don't endorse any form of dog cruelty.
We're not endorsing it, but if it happens, it happens, you know. And the fact that I'm saying it doesn't change the fact that it happens or doesn't happen, you know.
Oh dear.
Just be wary when you're buying your Head and Shoulders.
No Alsatians were harmed in the making of this lipstick. Whatever. Oh dear.
Yeah, but anyway,
Bloody, but there's some bloody sexy Alsatians walking around town. I know that.
you need to make sure. No, you know, check it's a real thing. I follow Peter, whatever. You know, maybe I also eat meat, so maybe it's a bit of a hypocritical thing of me.
Yeah.
But sorry, I don't know what we're talking about here.
Absolutely
I'm
not.
really hungry, and I've gone like delirious, and I'm talking when I should think about what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think we've isolated most people there.
I think so.
We'll probably have no viewers after this. But yeah, if you've enjoyed the last 8 episodes, probably won't see you next
very
week.
much. Dogs though, they're not going in the bin.
No, they're not.
going
But
in the
yeah,
bin.
we've just redeemed ourselves. We'll keep them out. It's not. Yeah, dogs. It's not their fault, is it? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the notion of owning a dog. It's not dogs. It's not the dog's fault. Dogs can't help shitting.
I do feel sometimes that
It's humans'
need to wrap
desire
this
to
up.
own an animal. Anyway,
Yes. Anyway, we'll leave it at that.
we'll leave it at that. Yeah.
Dogs aren't in the bin, and neither are Works Christmas dues.
If you don't agree with anything we've said today and you want to send some emails, please don't, because I don't really care. See you next week.
See you next week.